Perry. No, you're not Steve Perry. I'm Steve Perry. Okay, understand? And over there is...
My name is Moise Lucas, and I play drums and vocals.
Todd Jensen, bass and vocals.
Paul Taylor, guitar, keyboards, and vocals.
Lincoln Brewster, lead guitar and vocals.
Right. And that's the Strange Medicine thing. That record is just the music that came out now. It's nothing calculated. It's just what got together with these particular songwriters, and we played live in a rehearsal situation. We played real loud, and we were able to test drive all these songs, you know, like a fast car. And so to evaluate that record is, I can just tell you that it's got some beautiful songs that I'm very proud of. It's the first record I've made in a long time. So I think it could be the beginning of a whole new direction of music for me.
Nervous. At first, no. We did all the songwriting in several different ways. A lot of them were done right here in this very room. And matter of fact, some tracks on the record were actually pulled out of this room. One of his solos, he just jammed live in here, and it was so incredible. It was on the song Somewhere There's Hope. We just put it right on the record. But we did a lot of it here, just jamming real live, and then one song, I Am, me and Steve and Lincoln wrote at my house. You know, just kind of sitting around in the living room, and, you know, so. But for the most part, it was just done live, playing loud, just trying an idea and going from there, all together.
You know, the funny thing for me is that even though most of the bands I've been in have been the hard rock kind of label and that whole thing, I actually grew up listening to a lot of R&B. I'm the youngest kid in my family, and my older sisters were way into the Supremes and Smokey Robinson, and that's all that was playing around our house, you know. And I really, Steve obviously has been totally R&B influenced his whole life, and so for me, yeah, this is really a comfort zone. It feels like where I should be.
We'd sit out here on the couch for hours before rehearsal talking about things that most individuals and bands that I've been in before never talked about. We'd talk about our own serious feelings about women, about life, about where we were, where we wanted to go. I mean, things that you usually don't sit down with people and just talk about. So it made me feel like we were really getting close together as people. And there was so much good energy going on in the room and so much creativity that the record is kind of a culmination of that. And I feel like, I know it says Steve Perry on that record, but I feel like it's my record too, because my heart is there.
As far as the record goes, I love the record. I think it's great. Learned an immense amount from doing it once again. I keep saying I learned a lot, but you know, this is all brand new. And it's just amazing being around people who have been in the business for a long time, and especially somebody like Steve, who's, you know, I mean, I grew up on Journey and, you know, that era of music, and, you know, those songs were some of the first songs I ever learned to play, and you know, it means an immense amount to me to be involved in it and to have had a part in writing and performing on the record, and it turned out great. I'm overjoyed.
I think it was the best times of my life. I can't think of any times that we had our problems, you know, except there always are problems when you tour, you know, together so much, 24 hours a day and all that. We do and did have a tendency to hit heads every now and then. But if I look back, I'd say 98% of it was the best times of my life. Journey was so good to me, and it was some great times. I was overwhelmed. You know, I had no idea that it would take off so fast, but it didn't really zoom up to the top that quick. It took some hard work and consistent touring in America. You know, Journey would tour 10, 12 months, nonstop, and then we'd record a record and go back out and tour again. We did that for quite a few years. So there was a lot of work involved. But there was a point when it started to change, and my life quickly changed. I had more friends than I thought I ever would have. Some of them I didn't need, and some of them are still around, I'm glad to say. It was really an experience to see it change so fast. Soldier Field in Chicago is a good memory. We played with the Rolling Stones there, and I'll never forget we opened the show for the Rolling Stones in Soldier Field. You remember it, don't you? And the Rolling Stones were very big, you know, Rolling Stones. What they didn't know was that a Journey had been to Chicago many times, and Chicago was the place in America that Journey was already selling big arenas, or bigger arenas than anywhere else we could in the rest of the country. So we had a big following in Chicago. It's also safe to assume, or to say, that the Journey broke its identity open from Chicago, I think, is where the band broke into the United States. Because it was really doing well there. But anyway, the Rolling Stones didn't know that. And we played in front of them. We opened the show. And we did really well. 80,000 people liked it. We did an encore. I think we did 2 encores. And they waited a long time before they came on stage. They waited a long time. The album Street Talk was put together very fast. It was a type of music that I really always wanted to do. A very R&B, traditional R&B sense of a record, you know? That's why I used Larry London on drums, and he had been around for many of the R&B, early R&B records. Randy Goodrum on keyboards, who's a wonderful writer, and we wrote a lot of the music together. And Bill Como on keyboards, and Craig Cramp on some drums, and Michael Landau, of course, played all the guitar, and Bobby Glob on bass. And we put that album together and finished it, I think, in about 5 months, 4 or 5 months, just very fast. And it was a different kind of a record. It was like a live record. It really was recorded like that, with a lot of R&B in it, a lot of deeper vocal tones for me. Not so much lying beside you. It was more, you know, more gutsy, you know, more throaty. I wanted to try something different, you know, for me. There was a painting called For the Love of Strange Medicine, and it was done by a gentleman, I believe, by the name of Tom Rose. And it was a collage of a million different things. And I just remember looking at it and feeling that if there's ever a place that most of the lyrics in this record have come from, it would be that title. And it is, what it is to me is the things I have done in my life for the love of strange medicine. And strange medicine can be anything. It can be too many cars, too many houses, not enough money, or you know, the wrong relationship for the wrong reasons. Even trying to be famous can be strange medicine. You know, you sit in a studio for hours. You know, we do some funny things for the love of strange medicine. When I was doing the music in Journey, that was the vocal character that those particular songs needed. When I'm doing these songs, it's a different character because the songs, I think, need a different enhancement, you know? I don't know, I think every song requires a certain special treatment to it. And I know that some of the early vocal character of Open Arms, for instance, would not fit in You Better Wait. See? And You Better Wait vocal character would not fit in Open Arms. So that shows that they're very unique to themselves, I think. And so that's the difference, I think.
Caught in the magic of love, I'm your forgiveness, selfish and too blind to see. Love was our music and all I am. Lost in a world of emptiness, I am learning to tell the truth.
It's hard to evaluate, I think, your own music. I mean, I'm too close to it. You know, each song has got something special that I've lived with through every process. From the writing, to the arranging, to the recording, to the singing, to the mixing, and to the mastering. I've lived with each song, so they're like children, you know. I like them all for different reasons. It's just, the show is just now going to start being put together, I think. I don't know, it's going to have a little bit of everything in it. I want to have some fun on stage again. It's been a long time since I've been on stage, you know. I used to really enjoy performing with Journey. It was a really highlight to be able to get in front of people. It's been a long time. I think that making records too can be the necessary evil to get in front of people on stage, I think. It seems to be the necessary process. If I could just go out and play live everywhere and not make a record, I probably would. But sometimes I like staying in the studio and not leaving too, so it's a safe place. I don't know, I think that every record I've ever been involved in, if you look back, they all have variety to them. They all have all kinds of different sides and directions. Because I think as a singer, I get really bored when I put on one record and that's all they do is one thing. You know, you have to be in a mood of hearing that all night. You're either metal, 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 or you're ballad, 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 or you're somewhere down the middle. You know, I like having a record that it goes here, it goes there, it goes everywhere. It's more pleasing to me, you know? And like I said, as a singer, there's just too many different things I want to sing that don't just get covered with one kind of music. You know, I have two different kinds of music in my mind. I mean, you have no idea the different kinds of music I want to get involved in vocally. And it's a challenge, I think. It's more of a challenge to sing a ballad and then sing You Better Wait. You know, I think it's a challenge.
She was only a child, someone to hold on, only a child, someone to believe in, only a child, someone to love. Don't look back, baby. Don't look back, baby.
There's a shopping area. It's in Kyoto, underground. And it's unbelievable. I remember the first time I saw it, it was ridiculous. It would go on for miles. And I could see it just disappearing into the distance like that. It was just unbelievable. I'd never seen nothing like that in my life. And that was amazing to me. In fact, I think we had to go from the hotel down to the show, I think, to get to the venue, to the auditorium. And then if you kept going down, you could go to the arcade, the shopping arcade. So I used to go there all the time and shop and buy all kinds of things, walk for miles. That's one of my first impressions that was very amazing to me. Well, I like wasabi. You know, I put it on everything. When I have a salad, I'll mix up some soy sauce wasabi and I'll put it on my salad. I like it. It's good. Except it makes my voice like it sounds now. It makes it hoarse because it irritates it, you know. I believe it's been 11 years now we were talking since I was in Japan last. It's a long time, a long time. I am looking forward to going. Hopefully I would be there January, February. That would be the best I could guess for right now. We're doing the best we can. I sure do want to go back to Japan. It's been a long time and play some shows again. because it's been a long time.